Across vast deserts, wind turbines spin, solar panels follow the sun, and energy storage systems hum quietly in the background. It looks like the future of renewable energy is already here. But behind this vision lies a transformation reshaping the global power system. And a question: is wind-solar storage integration the ultimate form of renewable energy, or just an idealized dream? The rise of wind-solar storage integration. Over the past 2 years, wind-solar storage integration has become one of the most talked about concepts in the energy world. In China alone, more than 180 national and provincial policies have been introduced to support it. Projects combining wind, solar, and storage, or even broader versions like wind-solar hydro storage, are spreading across the country. From the deserts of Inner Mongolia to the hydropower corridors of the southwest and the industrial coasts of the east, the concept is taking shape. But when you look globally, a more nuanced picture emerges. Outside China, most hybrid plants still combine only solar and storage or wind and storage. True three-way integration remains rare, and that makes one thing clear. While the idea sounds perfect, making it work in reality is far more complex. What wind-solar storage integration really means? At its core, the concept is simple: coordinate wind, solar, and energy storage in one unified system. Wind and solar are built together, while storage provides balance. It's not about adding capacities side by side, it's about deep physical and operational coupling. The goal is to make renewables the main source of power, not just a supplement. Different models have emerged under this framework. Wind, solar, hydro storage uses hydropower for flexibility. Wind, solar, thermal storage relies on thermal power as backup. Solar storage charging links renewables directly to EV infrastructure. And in more advanced systems, surplus power is even converted into hydrogen for long-duration storage. How wind, solar, and storage work together. Wind and solar naturally complement each other. Wind power peaks at night and in winter. Solar peaks during the day and in summer. Together, they smooth out supply over time. Then storage steps in, flattening peaks and filling troughs, stabilising frequency, and providing backup capacity. With smart control and dispatch, the system can even restart the grid after a blackout. Behind it all, new technology is evolving fast. DC coupling minimizes energy losses. AC coupling fits better with existing grid setups. AI-based forecasting uses weather and historical data to automatically optimize charge and discharge cycles, keeping output steady, flexible, and reliable. Why it matters? For years, renewables struggled with one issue: intermittency. Wind-solar storage integration aims to solve that once and for all. By combining complementary resources, it produces stable output and reduces curtailment. Storage captures excess energy when demand is low, then releases it when demand spikes. There's another benefit too: lower grid connection costs. Because wind and solar rarely peak together, the system can share grid capacity, applying for smaller connections without losing efficiency. For example, a 1 megawatt wind farm and a 1 megawatt solar farm might only need less than 2 megawatts of grid access. That's a major cost advantage, especially in markets like Denmark, where grid connection fees are high. And through centralized control, these systems can automatically adjust generation to match daily load patterns, maintaining smooth, grid-friendly output. Global projects taking shape. Around the world, full wind solar storage systems are still in early stages. But a few projects are leading the way. In China, the Daliqian Fengshan project in Yunnan combines 199 megawatts of wind, 100 megawatts of solar, and 10 megawatts of storage, strengthening grid reliability. The massive Longdong Shandong UHV project links wind, solar, thermal, and storage for a total capacity of 14.5 gigawatts, delivering 36 terawatt-hours annually across provinces. In the US, Oregon's Wheat Ridge project integrates 300 megawatts of wind, 50 megawatts of solar, and 120 megawatt-hours of storage. In California, the Darden project combines 1.1 gigawatts of solar with 4.6 gigawatts of storage, the largest battery facility in the world. And in Texas, the Azure Sky hybrid plant mixes 350 megawatts of wind with 180 megawatt-hours of batteries. In Europe, Germany's Finstal hybrid project links wind, solar, and a 10 megawatt-hour flow battery, the first of its kind on the continent. The Netherlands' Haringvliet project combines 22 megawatts of wind, 38 megawatts of solar, and 12 megawatt-hours of storage. And Denmark's Skive Greenlab centralizes 84 megawatts of wind and solar with 45 megawatt-hours of batteries. In Australia, the Kennedy Energy Park connects 43 megawatts of wind, 5 megawatts of solar, and 4 megawatt-hours of storage, marking the country's first large hybrid facility tied to the national grid. The challenges ahead. But ambition always meets reality. Even as the idea spreads, scaling up wind-solar storage faces major hurdles. First, technical complexity. Multiple energy sources, diverse storage types, and complex control systems make coordination difficult. Long-duration storage is still immature, and AI-based optimization depends on digital infrastructure. Second, economic pressure. Upfront investment is high and payback slow. According to 2024 global LCOE data, storage remains the costliest piece of the puzzle. Battery storage averages $104 per megawatt-hour, far above solar at $43 and onshore wind at just $34. Third, grid and site limitations. Finding locations with the right mix of wind, solar, land, and grid capacity is tough. Approval processes are slow, and few markets clearly support shared cable pooling. Plus, most contractors worldwide still lack experience with these hybrid systems. Then there are supply chain constraints. Only a handful of companies, like Sungrow, Huawei, and Envision, can deliver complete integrated systems, mostly within China. Using multiple suppliers adds complexity in control logic and interoperability. Finally, commercial models remain underdeveloped. Without standardized revenue mechanisms, financing remains difficult. Regulations for storage life, communication protocols, and safety are still fragmented, slowing down adoption. Conclusion. Wind-solar storage integration is powerful, but it's still an experiment. China has made remarkable progress, but globally, the model remains in its early stages. To reach maturity, it needs technological breakthroughs, lower costs, clear policies, and standardized frameworks. For now, simpler hybrids, like solar plus storage or wind plus storage, remain more practical and profitable. But over time, as technology and policy align, the dream of a fully integrated renewable ecosystem could become real. Not a utopia, but the next chapter in how the world powers itself.